Good morning. I am currently taking a $2 PVC pipe and making it into 2 bows. I make about $80. It's on Etsy now. What are some ways to sell more? I tried my own website, but not so much luck. Okay, so you're an Etsy creator. I love that, getting down and dirty with your hands, and you create bows with PVC pipe, huge margins. We just need more exposure with Etsy. Now, number one, I am not an Etsy expert. However, I have been interested in inviting Etsy creators on the podcast to serve that audience at some point in the future. I don't yet have that in the plan, but what I would do to get ahead here is to have you find people who are successful on Etsy to get ideas from them, because I would much rather you go to the source to see what specific things you can do on Etsy to optimize what it is you're doing there already, right? We'll talk about outside Etsy in just a moment here, but within Etsy itself, there are likely several creators who are very open about their process, who've already made the mistakes for you, who've already shared online in podcasts, blogs, videos, likely on YouTube as well, their best practices and the thing that they've been doing. Why sort of try to guess when you can go directly to the source, right? That's what I always say. When I tried to learn how to run a marathon and all the things about that, well, I went to somebody who's run a marathon and asked them all the questions and what I could do to train. Same thing when I went to triathlon. Same thing when I wrote my books. I went to a book coach to sort of fast forward my way to success there. And you can do that too with Etsy. Now, likely there are some potential ideas related to advertising that you could probably get behind. You do have high profit margins, so you could potentially advertise on Instagram and Facebook to different groups of people to see how that might work out. Although I don't know if, for example, if what you're creating is considered something that is advertisable because it's a bow, right? Like not a bow tie, but a bow weapon. That's interesting. I would also say that getting involved in craft and I know there's huge subcultures of this is like a niche in a niche. Yes, there are people who love Lego, right? That's like a big community. Then within the Lego community, there's what's called AFOLs, AFOL, adult fans of Lego, and that's like a sub community within that community. But within that AFOL community, there are people who specifically use Lego, who are adults, who make weapons out of Lego and shoot them, catapults, pistols, those kinds of things, and they get together, right? So look for the subgroups where your thing could be really interesting. And then finally, this is a little bit bolder of a risk, but this is very common as well, especially in that Lego space. And this is what's given me this idea. You could show people how you make it. A little bit bold here, but hear me out. You show people how to make it, and likely it's not something that can just happen overnight, especially if it's very well done. And my son and I, we've found some of these videos to make, little Nerf guns out of Lego, and they're complicated. Plus, we don't have all the pieces, right? I'd much rather buy it and have my son have the thing if we don't have those things anyway. That can be a possibility too. Somebody sees the how-to video, it could go potentially viral. Yes, some people might create it too, and that's fine. But you can just buy it on your store too. That's potential.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream. All while we keep it clean. This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Pat Flynn.